Bet Marquez.
With Houston City Beats.
Foodie Life Show.
Live show.
Awesome. Today we have two special guests.
Yes, we do.
We have our friend Carolina del Carmen with Organized For Me.
Hello.
And we have...
A little mini organizer.
a little mini organizer.
Mini organizer.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, say hi.
Is this a new thing?
This is not scripted at all.
She just came up with this?
She's a little mini organizer.
She goes with me sometimes
Notice.
to meet clients. So when we do our little overview, our
Yeah.
first appointment, and she's like, "Hi, Layla, mini organizer."
Right on. I'm gonna make her a business card with it. Hi.
Yeah,
I'm Layla, mini organizer.
it's on the to-do list.
Yeah. I take care of all your children's closets and toy rooms.
Yeah.
That is so cute. So thank you everyone for tuning in to today's Foodie Life show. We are going to be talking about organizing your pantry and everything that goes into having a perfectly organized pantry. Because an organized pantry is an organized life, and it will help you eat clean and know what's in your pantry, right?
That's right. If you know what to get and what to reach for, and you keep it organized, you're always going to go for the good stuff.
That's right. So what is Houston City Beats Foodie Life?
All right, well, Houston City Beats Foodie Life. Well, we will talk about everything. Holes in the wall, restaurants, bars, even the stuff that's in your refrigerator. We talk about it all.
And your pantry.
And your pantry, which is why we're having that special today. And I have a real big mess in my pantry. It's not a big mess, but it's not organized. I got cans, and then I got like bags in front of it, then more cans on top of it. Then I move it, then I put my HEB bags in the middle. Like, it's a mess. So we're happy to have you here.
You put your you go to HEB, and you put the bag in the pantry.
Yeah, because I keep all the bags for like little trash bags around. Yeah, the trash bags around. There's a big bundle that we shove into the back or the corner.
You don't even have a space for it.
No, I don't even have a space for it. That's how much big my pantry is.
You don't have like a little box to put your little pantry
No,
bags?
I'm sure not everyone has a box for their pantry
Oh my
bags.
goodness.
I just put it into a bond, boom, and then I just go, and it opens right up. It's like the pantry fits for it.
I've seen them in ovens.
An oven?
Not the safest thing on the planet.
Let's cook the bags today.
On more
You sure
than
they
one
didn't have any
occasion.
chicken inside the bags?
On more than one occasion, I'm like, this is
I've never seen that.
hazard.
I don't feel so bad now.
When
I don't
people are
feel
just
so
like,
bad now.
What about
Yeah,
pollito?
so you're okay.
Yes, pollito, so I'm good?
You
She said, what if the bag has a pollito in it?
Fire hazard, you're good.
All right, cool.
What about this chicken that is not alive?
Oh, no, I don't want any trouble.
No, you have to put the chickens in there that are not alive. That's what she just said.
Yes, okay, I got it.
Do not put live chickens in your oven. Whatever you do, please.
Well,
Right,
I mean,
Layla?
you can, but you got to turn on like loud music because it'll get a little noisy.
Yeah. Make sure to put on your pink headphones and ninja.
Okay, we can do both. I'll put on ninja headphones.
And
chop
also
up that
don't
little turkey.
forget to say Ninja Kids.
All right, so
Ninja
she's
Kids,
definitely not
that's
camera
right.
shy.
No, she's not camera shy at all.
No.
So
Yes,
you can
I
follow us on our social handles. All of our social handles are Houston City Beat, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Although we're not very active on TikTok, so don't expect wonders when you go to TikTok.
And we're also going to start streaming from Twitch.
And of course our website, HoustonCityBeat.com.
That's right.
The website is getting a new makeover, which will be ready to roll within the next 2 to 3 weeks,
Yeah.
we hope.
Yeah.
So we're excited
doing some
about
quick
that.
upgrades. It's we're pretty excited about the whole thing. So you guys stay tuned, and when you get a chance, just jump on www.HoustonCityBeat.com. There's some really great interviews on there with some creative geniuses. We've got some chefs on there, some business owners. Really interesting facts about a lot of these geniuses and business owners around Houston.
And towards the end of the show, we're going to do our version of restaurant ratings. Feed or heat, or is it
Feeder heat. It's feeder heat.
feed or heat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pato fuego.
Pata or fuego?
We're all
can say
clapping
you're in
up at the
Spanish.
same time.
Yes, ma'am.
Pata
Pato
or
fuego.
Yeah.
So
But pata is...
It's foot,
Yeah,
it's foot,
It's
it's
foot.
foot.
Yeah, you're right.
any way you see it, it's a foot.
That is true. So tell us, Carolina, about your business. How long have you been a professional organizer?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
She just decided to change careers. When we come in here, she was a zookeeper. 30 minutes.
That's kind of cute.
My mama was a zookeeper, but she's now an organizer. How long? 30 minutes.
It's a huge number. I said
Oh, she was So tell me about the llamas you have back in the backyard. I mean, how do you brush them?
On the way here, we
I
decided
said 30 minutes because it's a
we're gonna
huge
do.
number.
Okay.
That's so funny.
wait.
So
baby,
you've
okay?
been a
Wait.
professional organizer for 30 minutes now.
For 30 minutes now.
So tell me,
30 minutes.
so how long did it take you to get the masters for this new career?
Okay, so
20 minutes.
no, so actually, so I really did start. Believe it or not, I started in March. The business itself, during the freeze. I guess I had like
Oh, right on.
an enlightenment. I don't know. We had the week off, you know, and honest to God, like.
Solid week.
I also binged the home edit. If you have not seen this show, I mean, if you're kind of like a person that likes organizing like things and like rainbows and stuff, they're really big on rainbows. Anyway, it's on Netflix. So
It's
that's
called what again?
it's called the home edit. So
Home Edit.
yeah, and so that's pretty much what if you watch that, that's what I do for a living.
Okay.
But anyway, so but I had been doing it, but I hadn't really paid attention to the fact that I was doing it. I was just kind of like doing it for fun and for free. And honestly, a lot of people in this business, that's where they start. They've been doing it for friends, for family. They're, people want to have, garage sales. They want to get their closets organized. I learned this recently. I honestly didn't know Kim Kardashian started as an organizer, as a closet organizer.
I actually read that.
I didn't really. One of my
I read
one
that.
of my new team members threw that out there. So anyway, so I started back then, but I had started pretty much last year. And then I've been doing event organizing for a while now, and I worked in events. I worked in the restaurant industry basically since college years, and so that you have to be organized. I did catering, so we got everything, put it in a car meticulously, and you had to go. And if you're missing anything, like good luck.
Yeah.
So so it kind of came from there, and
Okay.
so I've been doing it since March professionally, and just growing and growing from there. It's been fun. So
Right on.
yeah. Pretty
Right on. I was gonna say I did. Actually went out to. This was maybe 3 months ago. I went out to help her on one of these organizing things.
True. That was a
And
fun one.
I've never done anything like that, but it was pretty interesting as you do it room for room, and you see the way she starts to put stuff together, and the way you. So people who have a knack for organizing your home, and you think that your home is organized, it's really not. It's really not that organized until you have somebody that comes in and knows what they're doing, and she knows what she's doing.
And we had, thank you so
And
much
I
for
know
that. That was
building.
definitely fun. It was
fun.
We had that was actually a move in, move out. So I guess I'll say later a little bit of what kind of projects we do. But that one was a move in, and this family literally wanted to move into their house in
a day.
one day.
In a day.
In one day.
Wow.
So we scheduled the movers. They came in. The movers were crossing paths with them. They're laying down boxes. The boxes were labeled, and they were just taking everything out.
Yep.
So that is pretty crazy.
And
But you
did
can
it in
hire
a day and a
people.
half.
We
She
did it in a day and a half. Yeah, because we did it. They had a lot more stuff
Than what
in
we
one
thought,
closet
yeah.
took one day.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Wow.
so
Oh,
definitely.
that's right.
Yeah, but just a side note, you can do that if
That
you
lady the owner of that house, she had, I thought she worked at the hardware store with purses, because her purses were like everywhere, box, purse, and shoes everywhere. I was like, wow. Okay.
So she had a lot of purses and
She had a lot
Those
of
purses that she had a lot of,
She
right?
had
Was it?
purses. She had a lot of yoga pants.
Yoga pants. There you go. They everywhere yoga pants. Like when I was folding the guy's pants, like his trying to hang it up, yoga pants were falling out of his
Yes,
stuff. I'm like, what
they
the
were
hell?
everywhere.
that's funny, huh?
So yeah, pretty interesting.
So you've been doing this now since March, you said?
March of this year.
March of this year.
And so funny thing is that I studied psychology.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I always wanted to stick to my field, and I just really didn't know how I was gonna stay in it. It just I've always tried to figure out a way to be in it. Even pursuing my master's in it. But I did know I wanted to help people like more logically than just like your standard go apply for a
Right.
job in the field, and they're actually really hard to come by, and unless you have a master's, it's kind of hard. But anyway, so the point is that now that I've been active in the business,
Uh-huh.
it is all psychology, and that's actually my motto is peace of mind for your home and life, because I realized that also, like, once I became an entrepreneur, I realized how if you're not organized, like, things are just going to be chaos day to day. Like your office space, your purse, I have a kid, so
Your
she
trunk.
has to. Your trunk, for example, close it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So anyway, so that was when I started realizing how like having the mental clutter, having that mental stress of, oh my gosh, like my room's not organized, my office isn't organized. You can't move forward. And so it's really interesting to see when people call me. I mean, they're like, can you be here right now? They're desperate. They're desperate to get their life in order. It's not the space. It is the space, but it's more the mind.
So I just came up with this: an organized home, an organized mind.
There you go. I'm
Perfect.
sure that's
That's a great segue to lead into our commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about pantry organization. We've got some great questions for you.
Yep, some do's and don'ts and what ifs.
Yep. Yeah, and then we're going to talk about those pantry flies.
Those pantry flies.
Who loves pantry flies?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Better known as the common household escachuca.
That's not funny at all. Like, what does that mean? Anyway, we will be back. Fruit fly. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Is it 5? 3 minutes?
Maybe 3 minutes?
No.
I don't know. Just stay tuned. We'll be right back.
14.
All
Tell
right.
them, say 3, 2, 1. Tell the camera 3, 2, 1.
No.
Oh, now she's shy.
No.
That was fine till you put me on it.
Wanna be a boss? You're watching Boss Up Houston Network. It's Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
Watching a great show on Boss Up Houston Network. Have you heard? They're bossing up, okay? And I heard they're looking for you. Any podcasters, talk show hosts, if you're a writer or producer, we definitely need you. Come aboard and boss up.
Are you a small business owner that is struggling to promote your company?
Our topic today is, what's your status?
Shoot the dice at this point.
You just shoot the dice. Roll the dice.
So,
Yes.
Hey, how y'all doing? It's attorneys.
I love it.
Imagine being televised on a national platform. How about being a host or sponsor on a syndicated podcast? Or being featured on exclusive promotions and interview for your product to your ideal customer? Hi, I'm Kayla Sneed, and I'm head of sales with Boss Up Houston. And here at Boss Up, we like to help small business owners and entrepreneurs advertise, promote, or become a sponsor for one of our television, podcast, or radio shows. All you have to do is click the link down below to see if you qualify. I'll be seeing you soon.
This is Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is your host, Andrew Kano, and
Elizabeth Marquez.
with Houston City Beats Foodie Life. Segment 2 of How to Organize Your Pantry with our guest, Carolina del Carmen. Take it away.
So, Carolina, what goes, this is such a basic question, but
Yeah, but we want to know.
it needs to be addressed. What should go in a pantry?
So if you're gonna put bags in there,
She threw
they
it
need
right
a
back.
designated spot.
You were right.
I'm like thinking of mine. So obviously
Cool.
everybody has what they need, but obviously food, right?
Okay, but like what kind of food?
What kind of food?
I put my huevos in
Healthy
there?
food.
Okay.
You put
Right.
your eggs in there?
Can I put my egg huevos in there?
No.
Right?
No.
That's
What about your
refrigerated.
vegetables? You put vegetables in there?
I put potatoes and onions.
I put my potatoes and
You know, if you have
onions,
like bags, you know, like your back stock of, you know, root vegetables is good to
Okay.
put in a basket somewhere. Hopefully somewhere visible, because when they go bad, it is
They
a
go bad.
crime. OMG. Yeah.
Okay.
So especially garlic or onions. So it's really good to have them in a aired out basket of space so that they're, or in an airtight container like garlic.
Okay.
But anyway, just because I've seen that and it's just scary.
It's
But,
very, very bad.
yeah, obviously your dry goods is gonna be
Oh, your
basically
canned goods and all that
canned
stuff.
goods, your cereals, your chips, snacks, juice boxes. So which we'll talk about, you know, the kids section.
Perfect. That's what we want to get
But that's
into.
pretty
too.
much what I keep in my pantry. But
So
and then-
pantries.
and also, of course, your house goods like your paper towels.
Oh, right on. Yes, I
you
do
know,
keep
all
all my
your-
napkins
your-
and paper towels and
Yeah,
stuff in my pantry.
yeah. So
Do you, Liz?
I have
course.
space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Well, not everybody does. I've
Well,
done it. People's houses and a box comes out of the
So-
ceiling with all their stuff.
But
coming
when you
out.
buy in bulk, you can't put all of those, like your paper towels,
that's
you can't put all of them in your pantry, depending on how big your pantry is.
Yes,
True.
depending on how big.
And I'm
the
sure
pantry
you've
is.
seen pantries of all sizes.
Yeah, I've seen, you know, walk-in pantries.
Wow.
You know, I've seen non-existing pantries.
Wow.
I did one. I did a non-existing pantry for a friend one time. I didn't realize. I was like, why is there stuff everywhere? And she was like, "There's no pantry." I was like, "Oh,
Oh, how do
okay."
you work around that?
Well,
what do you
it was
do?
no, it was they had shelving on the side. It was like an old home,
Okay.
and they had shelving, and so they just had stuff stacked. But I thought it was just kind of like maybe it was a decorative shelving, and then somehow food ended up there.
But it was no.
So it was it was a pantry.
It was a
Yeah, they
pantry.
needed to build one or have it in the garage. I don't know.
So how old was that house?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Because
Maybe
there was a point in
80s.
time when people would grow their own food, maybe? I don't know. How far back are we talking about here? Because in the 80s, they were building houses with pantries in them
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on the person who's building the house. Like some people want to build their own house. I
Yeah,
don't want a pantry. I don't need it.
yeah. Maybe it was in the middle of a
So
remodel.
I got a cool story for y'all. So I was in the construction business for a long time, and I was doing a kitchen remodel. And I come in with my buddy Wes, and this was about 10 years ago. And the house was pretty new for the area. Actually, it was by Royal Oaks, and behind Royal Oaks in that area. So we're going in, and so it was fairly new. So we walk in, and we were going to do the demo, and all of the pantry food was like on the deck and everything. It was like, well, why did they take the stuff out of the pantry? And it was a big pantry because the door was huge. It was like, I want to say 8 feet, and went down all the way down in the back where the. So for instance, right here was the sink and all that stuff. All the pantry stuff was on the top of the bar. And we're like, well, why did they take everything out and put it? Because we got to work there. So then I told the lady, hey, can we move this? She's like, yeah, just put it on the table. And I'm like, why just put it in that big ass pantry? So she moved everything to the table. We moved everything to the table. We're doing the tear out. As we're doing the tear out, taking everything out so that we can do what we have to do, we're getting like stuff all over your food and stuff. She's like, oh, just move it to the floor, over there on the floor. And I'm looking at this big door, and me and my buddy are like, dude, why did she have so much food if she can't even put it in the pantry? So this happened for 2 days, and then finally, we came in on the third day, and then like they had grocery bags, right? And they just put they took everything out and they put it on top of the other one. And then some stuff over here, they had a little bitty rack, but small. So finally, I was like, dude, what do they have in their pantry? Like, I couldn't take it anymore. He likes looking around, and he goes, all right, go ahead, open it. So I go, right, and this is like a door. It's huge, all the way down to the floor. And I open it, and that thing was like this thin. So they had like just for one row of cans. And I was like, there has to be another pantry. And this was a new home, so that's why I said it's that's why I said it's probably somebody designed it that way and it's just designed it wrong. But they didn't have anywhere to put their food. And I was like, wow, why don't they just put their food in there? And I opened the whole thing, and it's just a bunch of little shelves. Like if it was a medicine cabinet for food.
Wow.
So
you
we
think-
never ever got to figure out where
You
else
think that
they'd
they
have.
would have would buy
Some-
like some racks or some
So,
cabinetry?
long story short, they ended up keeping all their food. They put it in their cabinets at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Okay.
So they added more cabinets
They
to
added
the
more
kitchen?
cabinets, yeah.
Okay.
And they did cabinets at the bottom, and they put all their food in
Oh,
there.
that's where y'all were thinking.
Yeah, but I
Yes,
thought that
that
was
makes
funny.
sense.
Why are they not putting their food in the pantry, bro?
Yeah, so that's what happened.
That makes sense. So how many do you do a lot of pantry organizations?
I've done a few. I did my parents all the time.
I keep doing it for some reason.
It just keeps getting. That was actually one of my first things that I was like, one of my first realizations that I was like, oh, I'm constantly doing this because I realized that was my mom's weakness. I was like, oh, you don't like to do this, and she would always be like, man, it's a mess in here. We have too much stuff, and I just go in there and like do it real quick, and I wouldn't take out anything. It was just a matter of doing that, like organizing. So, and that's the trick to any space really, is that it looks overwhelming. That's like the key word. Things look overwhelming when they're in disorder, but in reality it's just tidying it up that's what's gonna make it look nice. So at the end of the day, it's really just taking out, like, the packaging is the big deal. A lot of organizers like to use a lot of containers. I mean, people like containers.
I like containers.
It depends though. Because,
cereal, spaghettis.
Well, yeah, stuff like that. That's
put
okay. But
oatmeal.
then there's people who like to do baskets. There's organizers. I guess I'm a minimalist. I'll use what people have. And then, like for cans, maybe you can add racks or there's actually like canned good little racks that you can use. But sometimes those take up space, especially if you have small pantries, then all that space is valuable. So if you get, fixtures, it's actually going to take up more space, so you're losing that. But yeah, so I've definitely done a few. I did have to go Googling. I had a lot of my first clients happen to be Indian, and there's a lot of spices in the Indian kitchen. And
hence the place we did, where they had a bunch of spices.
Yeah,
it's
like
a whole half
They
thing
have
of
like
spices.
a whole pantry designated to spices.
It's like 10 Mexicans and a Cuban. Like spices from everywhere.
It's a lot, yeah. So that's a little bit trickier.
Okay.
I had a kosher kitchen that we didn't get all into because, there's just people have, depending on their culture or religion, there might be specific ways that things have to get done. So just your, I guess, American or, regular, nothing too fancy, then we work with that. But we work with everything.
Like,
and Layla is hungry.
Your mom.
I think this whole foodie talk.
Yeah, she's like, can we go talk about McDonald's?
No McDonald's.
Are you hungry, Layla?
Silly.
Would this be a good time to introduce a surprise?
Sure. So here at Houston City Beat, we always like to thank our guests for coming. So from Lisbeth and Andrew Pino, we got you a present. You want to see? You want to open your present in there? You want to give it to her?
Yeah, to see right behind your mom's chair.
Those are yours. Your balloons, and then there's a bag in there for you. Because you're a mini organizer.
Goldfish.
Oh,
Oh,
you go.
You want to grab the bag?
Since you're a mini organizer, you're gonna have some organizing stuff in there. Cool. Bring it. Take it out. Take it out on here so people can see what you got.
I thought now would be a good time to save your arm from being
Cool.
I like my arm.
Go for it. Pull your toys out and show the camera what you got. Pull your stuff out. Oh, we get some stickers. Show a sticker.
Unicorns.
All
Who
right.
doesn't love unicorn stickers?
All right. Then we have some notepads so you can help mom. See? And this is going to be for next year. Your planner for next year.
Oh.
A lollipop.
If mom lets you.
Wow. Sour.
Thank us later. You're welcome.
She's going to call us at midnight. Thank you.
I've never seen a big lollipop before.
Oh my god.
What else you got? Oh, more stickers. Puffy
Those
stickers.
are liquid stickers.
Yeah, they move.
You guys are so thoughtful.
They do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What else you got in there,
That was all
Layla?
Andrew Kano.
No, we both did it.
So cute.
Yes, those are cool. You write with them and they smell good. You have grape and raspberry. All right.
Cool.
What else you got? Yay! You like those? Right on.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank
You're
you.
You're
welcome.
welcome.
And
High
the
five.
books too. All right. And
I
this
knew I would have balloons.
Yes, you do,
High five.
sweetheart. They're yours. Want a high five list?
Tell us about organizing your pantry for kids.
for kids. I know that was.
That's what we're really wanting to know.
Yeah, I know. That was actually,
I
again,
love
thinking back at mine is the easiest to think
Sure.
of right your own home.
Sure.
And so another thing about why I'm a minimalist, why I was talking about not using baskets. One is to see your items.
Right.
They're great if they're transparent, if they are wire. I love them if you have plenty of space where you can see them. My biggest thing is the kids' access. Like, thankfully we have a shelf right at, you know,
Where's her
her
level?
level. Yeah.
Juice
So she
boxes,
has-
snacks.
Yeah, and she has, so we, you know, we're pretty hands-on, like independent house.
Okay.
Let them go.
We do, like, I call it, you know, Montessori living, you know. So she has her own shelf where she can pack her own snacks.
Nice.
And so we have her juice boxes. I do have a basket where
Can we
I
get
take
these
out the
balloons
chips.
organized?
I have a basket where she'll have chips, you know, the bag, anything that's already prepackaged.
Okay,
We'll
okay.
take it out, we'll line it up in the baskets, and then we'll also have these guys,
Yeah.
goldfish. You know, these come in big boxes.
Yeah, yeah.
So the container is there, but there's also the Ziplocs are next to her.
Okay.
Um,
So she'll box her
reusable.
own, bag her own.
Yeah,
things.
she
Oh,
can bag
nice.
her own things.
That's great.
The little like granola bars. So there's a whole shelf dedicated to her snacks, her juice
Perfect.
boxes.
That's going to be the eye level
Straws.
for her.
Yeah, eye level for her. So those are, you know, whatever your kids eat, whatever dry goods, I would dedicate the lower space to them. There's some people who like to just, you know, they're just thinking about where
Right.
where it's easy for them at eye level, but it's like in reality, like, you know, they can't reach that high,
That's
not
right.
even with the stool. I have a client pending right now.
Great.
I told you.
Can I smell
that
it?
that I have a client pending right now that
Right.
they had somebody come organize, but
Oh.
that was their issue. Their issue was that they organized,
It's like great.
you know, in a manner that wasn't practical for their kids.
Yeah.
So the client, you know, wants to change everything
change
now.
everything.
Yeah.
Would you like to smell this?
So I'm gonna jump in as Fit Foodie Gator and tell y'all a little bit something
Sounds like
interesting
great.
about what she does. It's very important. Like I read this, you can get your children started early on not only being organized and if you teach them what snacks they can have and what things they can do, and then they teach them how to bag their stuff, that's healthy for them. They learn to manage their time. Okay, you can't have one right now. They learn to not just consistently go and eat. If you can teach them that, no, now's not the time for that. And then if you keep them eating good snacks and what snacks they can have and what snacks they're available to have, that teaches the kids to eat healthy. It teaches them time management and it teaches them responsibility. So that's something I read in the article about what you're doing for the organization. I figured I poke in a little bit because I did read that it's all eye level, but it has a lot to do with the kids' responsibility with the time managing, with what they eat and what they have as far as snacks.
Yeah, well,
and what you give
obviously,
them.
you know, your parents are responsible for what you get at the
Absolutely.
store, you know, because like even like the juices, that is so easy. Like I think I'm not sure about Capri Suns. I'd have to look at all the ingredients, but they do a lot that are kind of watered down, I guess. They're
Absolutely.
called water with a splash of like raspberry or whatever.
Well, Capri Sun is not, if you read the.
Yeah, it's
The
not really.
sugars,
Yeah, I wouldn't really
They're-
give that to
I mean,
kids.
if you
But I
take-
mean,
they're
you're
pretty
gonna go to
light.
the beach or
But
something.
then there's like the Kool-Aid ones and the ones that are like just high sugar. Like I don't even know where those other are in the
High
store. If they're
sugar,
close to
yes.
the other ones,
Yes.
you usually get, you know, the Honest Kids or the 100% organic, things like that. So yeah, it's up to the parents. of
Absolutely.
course.
And another
It
little
should be
trick
up
that
to
I
the parents.
another trick that, well, not trick, but like a good thing that you can do is if you want them to eat healthy, there's a lot of healthy snacks for kids that normally they wouldn't try it. But if you give them access to where they can go get it on their own without asking you, they'll eat healthy. They'll eat what they're gonna go get. For instance, you get I don't know, you have some. She has a little shelf. I saw this really cool one where they had the little shelves for the kids in the refrigerator, and they had their snack at the
Yes,
bottom. They had
same
carrots.
Yeah.
They had apples.
That's what I was gonna
And
say.
you're allowed to go get those whenever you want. Now, if your kid doesn't like carrots or apples, guess what? If they're available, they're gonna go and get those apples and those carrots because they're like, oh, I can get them if I want to. And now that's a way that you can get kids to eat a little bit healthier.
That's how we have the cheese and meat tray. What you usually use. Ours happens to be right at her level as well.
I love
She can-
French fries.
She can just. Oops, let's cut that out. No, I'm just kidding.
Mommy always gives me
Sweet
greasy
potato fries.
fries,
I'm just
poutine
kidding.
cheese.
No, she does it. She does have her carrots, but she has her cheese sticks, her
Right on.
yogurts.
Right on.
She likes lots of different cheeses. What else do you have in there, baby? Fruit.
Do you
Yeah,
like Danimals?
Yeah.
Huh?
She has the.
I like
Animals
black
are
We
animals.
have the stony
Black
bird.
animals.
We're going to go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Layla about all the good stuff she loves to eat.
Yes, yes.
And I can talk.
Oh,
You
yes,
can
we
talk?
love that you
We
can
know,
talk.
you can talk.
If you need some help, I have this bracelet for me. It's magic.
Oh, she's got a magic bracelet
I
on
love
too
it.
that's going to help her. So
Right
we
on.
will be back after this short commercial break, and we hope you stay tuned.
We'll see you in a few, guys.
Oh.
Hello family, Ken Mills here once again with World of Comedy 5 Entertainment, coming to you now with a great announcement. Now, you've been with us for the last 2 seasons on World Views with Ken Mills on Boss Up Houston Network. Now we have our 3rd installment in that series, named Unbiased. So to give you the idea of what Unbiased is, we always see things on social media and also in the world where we wonder what is the thought process behind these idiotic things that people do. We ask ourselves, hey, what are they thinking? But in turn, we always tell them, it'll be fine. We'll pray for you. It'll get better next time. Now we're at a point in life where outside the pandemic, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to give an honest, unbiased opinion. So with that being said, we're going to cover several different topics. These topics will start from mental health, addiction, finance, incarceration, relationships. So we'll begin on Thursday, August the 19th at 8 p.m. and every Thursday after that. You'll like to tune in. We're going to have luminaries, celebrities, and also professional advisors that'll be on, that'll give us their perfect insight into what unbiased truly means. We're going to be truly unbiased this season. So remember, tune in Thursday, August 19th at 8 p.m. Check us out on Boss Up Houston Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the one and only show? Live from Houston, Texas. It's the go-to girl, professional comedian, TV producer, and founder of MarriedDate.com. It's millionaire matchmaker, Amber.
MarriedDate, Houston's first private social club for couples.
Chris and I met on MySpace. We started doing music together first, and then we became really good friends, and we were friends for about 5 years. And then we started dating each other in 2008. By February 2009, we were engaged, and by November 2009, we were married. We have 3 children together that we have raised, and we have traveled the world together and eaten some of the best food in the world, and collectively have just built up an amazing network of friends and family and a circle of people that we just love and care about, and they continue to motivate and we continue to motivate them. We build our energy on our relationship with the energy that we can give to other people and the effect that we can have on other people's lives. And we're going on 12 years strong this year through all the obstacles and the goods and the bads. We're still together, and we're here to share our story.
Join MarriedDate today by visiting www.marrieddate.com.
Greetings, America. My name is Dr. Vicki Bush, and I'm over here at the Boss Up Houston Network, where we're about to launch an amazing show called Get Well America, where we'll be discussing some social injustice issues, racial inequality, and what's going on with the pandemic and how it has affected your household.
We can make this our truth. We, the United States, the red, white, and the blue. Be strong and courageous. Heads lifted, standing tall. Waiting until the God of this universe heals us all. Amen.
And I want to leave you with this. Get well, America, and hope and healing to us all. Tune in.
beautiful. How are you today? I'm Tisha Dolby, and welcome to Power, Passion, and Purpose, where every woman has the opportunity to discover your powers, your passions, and God's purpose for your life. We will be diving into healing, growing, and maturing, and becoming all that God has for you to be. Tune in every week on Sundays at noon on the Boss Up Houston Network. I'll see you on the inside. Have a great day.
Gracias y bienvenidos aquí a Houston City Beat. No kidding.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Houston City Beats Foodie Life Show with Lisbeth Marquez
And Andrew Cano and our special guest.
Carolina Del Carmen.
There she is.
And Leila.
And you will always find her over in Cancun in Playa del Carmen. No.
Did I win a free prize?
You probably will.
It's in the bag.
It's in the bag.
Yes.
Sounds fun.
So today's Foodie Life Show, we're talking about pantry organization. And before we move on to the next topic of asking Layla what are her favorite things to eat, we have a few more questions to ask you. Number one is, how do you go about organizing a pantry? And number two is, how do you prevent pantry flies?
Or get rid of them. Both of those will help.
I know.
You do? You know? Okay, tell us.
So if there's bugs in your pantry, then you have to try to kill them.
Oh,
You
nice
have
answer.
to try to kill the bugs
nice
if you have
way.
bugs in your pantry.
Yeah.
Can you please die?
But you gotta look at the clues first before you kill them.
Like Blue's Clues?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I have the bug stuff to catch bugs.
So what is the
Oh.
first bug clue that you have bugs in your pantry?
You gotta look at them with
The magnifying glass?
the magnifying glass.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you have to get the magnifying glass to see if there's bugs in there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you have to pick it up if it's really dead already.
It's dead already, that's right.
Then you have to put it in the little bug home.
In the little bug home.
Oh my God.
Oh, you have to send them to the bug home. Okay.
Yeah.
So that way they don't get lost.
Oh,
Okay.
you want to make sure the bugs don't get lost. That's very important.
Yeah. So that way you can help them and see if you can find a new home for them.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
if they're still alive, we're gonna save them.
And if not, they're going to the bug
Make
cemetery.
sure to rehome the pantry flies.
You gotta rehome them.
Outside.
Sorry guys,
Find them another
you
family.
you don't fit here. Sorry.
You can run an ad on Facebook.
It's not good at the neighbors. Got a new home for you, buddy.
Yeah.
You know, you could just run an ad on Facebook and say, pantry flies looking
Looking
for a new
home.
home.
Yeah.
Gee, yeah.
So
I think
we've got
everybody says that.
we got some really good questions, and we
Yes.
want to make sure we get them answered because they're super awesome. So, what is the other question?
So, how do you prevent pantry flies, Carolina?
Yes.
So,
Prevention first.
So prevention first. Okay, so clean.
Number one. Hey, I would have never guessed that. Clean.
Things clean.
It's hard to keep a pantry clean, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know.
It
I've
is
seen
really
that.
hard.
Yeah, you just
Pantry
so,
and refrigerator.
So I was gonna actually, well, I think it will go the other way around. So cleaning out. Obviously, if you have such a problem,
yummy.
you're just gonna have to take everything out. And so once you do that, you just start organizing,
good,
right?
like-
Right.
But
I
yeah,
have
but
to
because
juice,
regardless,
I
the
wish
first
I have grape
first thing we
juice
do,
that I could drink.
the
I love grape
We need to
juice.
get some drinks for the guests.
Oh, yes. Make
So-
it grape juice.
These are my questions.
okay.
Those are your questions? Oh, wow. Those are really great questions.
Okay, let's start over.
Wait 1 second. Okay.
We'll ask you in a second.
She's taking over the show.
Yeah,
she's got the
this.
questions.
So yeah. So anyway, so that regardless in organizing, you're gonna have to clean, take everything out first and clean. We do light cleaning first, especially if you're gonna do a deep clean. If you're getting rid of this kind of issue, you have to just constantly clean. But so how do you get rid of them? First, clean whatever. I like to do what is it called? Toxin free.
Toxin free cleaners.
Yeah,
Especially if you have
environmentally
children.
friendly. Yeah, especially if you have children. Yeah, I use it's warm water, lemon, and vinegar.
Mom,
to
can I
clean
open it?
surfaces. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, so the quickest way to get rid of them is honestly a homemade mix.
Okay.
Because there's those where you can buy ribbons, fruit fly ribbons, but honestly they're so tacky.
They are. I don't know if you want to hang those like from your house.
I've taken them
But they
down.
do work.
They do work, but they're not. But the thing is that they're not solving the problem, and the problem is that like
It's clean.
No, not only that, but it's that the fruit fly thing is that they reproduce very quickly. So
those fruit flies are always having fun.
Yeah.
They're having a party yet.
Yeah, it's a 24-hour. I think they last like 36 hours, and then they reproduce again.
It's really bad. Yeah, thankfully they're not like horribly nasty, but that's the issue. The issue is that they reproduce so quickly.
Very quickly.
So if you're not getting rid of them, they're just gonna keep coming back. So I've seen it where people will have those ribbons, and it's kind of like a permanent fixture because they're not getting rid of the root problem.
They're just staying on the ribbon.
Yeah, they're just hanging out there, making more friends. So there's a mixture. It's, there's a mixture. It's called so you can get a cup. Or, I was looking at tricks like a glass bottle, any bottle that has a small neck for them to come into. So you're gonna put apple cider vinegar. You're gonna put chopped up fruit.
Okay.
Fruit flies, and you can add some sugar or some honey. And if you don't have one of those containers, you can just get a coffee cup, honestly, and either get like a coffee filter, cut a little hole, and make it like a little funnel.
Yeah.
Basically, so you're just gonna create a funnel because that way they're gonna go in there and they're gonna exactly.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. And you could rehome them.
You can rehome them.
They're gonna be floating.
Well, they're fruit flies. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay.
But that's it. Honestly,
That's cool.
I've seen it work over and over again. That's a permanent fix. So it's just a matter of cleaning and then setting them up and making sure that they go in there.
Perfect.
Then they'll be gone.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, perfect.
Now can you go back to the questions?
Okay, let's see. What questions could we ask? Layla, what is
my
your...
question.
She got questions
she's
for you.
got questions. I had these questions ready for her, but I don't think she's going to let me go there.
Where can we go fish?
Where can we goldfish? You're asking me this question.
Where can we go fish?
No, where can we eat goldfish?
You can eat goldfish anywhere in the world. And you know who else eats goldfish? Ponies.
But wait, you can't eat goldfish in the library because then it'll let you eat food in there.
Yeah, no, it's true.
In the doctor's office, you can't eat goldfish in the doctor's office.
And if you have a person whose voice carries, don't go to the library.
Oh yeah, that too.
The things that you guys say that...
What is the other question?
So, where can we...
She's writing her questions right now.
Yeah, so when we do the questions, I'm going to write them down.
Okay. So what's the next question?
So, where can we eat lollipops?
You can eat lollipops anywhere Mommy says you can.
No. Yeah, you got to be careful with that because lollipops make a big mess, Layla.
Oh, yeah.
And see, we're in organizing, so we have to organize the way we do. So we eat little pieces from this side, and then we go on this side.
Yeah, and then you have to be careful with your hair. You don't want your hair to get caught in those sticky lollipops.
I know, right?
Get stuck on your clothes.
I know, right? My hair.
But definitely when you're like out having fun.
Yeah, they're sticky, strong, like glue.
Yeah. So when I was little, they used to sell these lollipops that were like a triangle.
Yeah, it was like a little pirilul. It went from the bottom and all the way to the point.
Yeah, and it was the different colors of the
you
rainbow.
That one too, like me? That's back in the 70s.
No, it wasn't.
I was like, I don't remember
this
those.
Was in the 80s.
Maybe there's a reason.
Okay, this is the old people's network.
At the bottom of this lollipop thing, it wasn't a lollipop. It was just this triangle thing, and it was pointy at the top. And if you weren't careful,
you poke your back of your throat.
Yeah, you'd poke yourself.
Yeah, my mom told me about those.
That's so wrong. So at the bottom, okay, tell me if my memory serves me correct. Sometimes my memory doesn't. But at the bottom, there was like this wax thing. Is that true?
Mom, can I ask you a question?
I'm so lost. I haven't even heard of these.
Yeah, this is back in my mom's time.
Very popular.
Yes, there was wax at the bottom of that.
There was wax?
It was wax. I don't know why they did that.
And it was horrible because
it was like a wax, a taffy with no,
hurt.
I don't remember why it had wax at the bottom of that damn thing.
Did you ever eat the wax?
Yeah, I tried to.
You did? That explains a lot.
He's still here though.
I'm still here though. I mean, at least I didn't poke my throat with something that's obviously going to hurt you. Did it ever poke your throat? Anyway, I do want to ask a few more
I
questions.
would say something else, but I'm not
We'll
going
talk about
to
the candy
because this
later.
is a
I want her
family
to
show.
talk about these questions that she's got for us. 'Cause they're super important.
Yeah, so like the topic of the show. So you were asking about how do you organize the pantry?
Yes.
And so one thing that I was going to mention from earlier about, we forgot to talk about that for kids was that's another thing just before we do that
Thank
is
you, baby.
that she has her own little space, I guess you can call it cubby, whatever, but she has her own drawers where she has her own plates and cups and
That's really cool.
silverware. So she's been feeding herself for a long time.
She's self-sufficient.
Since she was like 1.5.
You pay my
and
bills,
you
I'll
just
feed
make
myself.
them. Yeah.
That's
so,
awesome.
So just because you have your snacks and then you need a plate to put your snacks on. So she just goes and gets her own.
Can I just point something out? You never want to put your snacks on top of your cell phone, especially if they're goldfish snacks. You should never put anything on top of your cell phone because these things are so dirty, right? Aren't these like the most?
If you don't clean them.
Yeah, that's what you did the first time.
See, that's what you did, and here you are eating your goldfish.
Highly immune to COVID.
Nothing's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, what else we got?
So step number 1, take everything out. Like we talked about earlier. Take everything out. Step number 2, clean the surfaces, clean everything, clean the containers they're
Any
in.
particular cleaning thing that you would recommend to use? Is I use bleach when I do that, and I do it every 6 months.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
just me.
That's cool. All right.
You can use whatever you want.
Okay.
Is it vinegar like a common
Vinegar, yeah.
disinfectant?
Vinegar, water,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, whatever cleaning products you want.
Okay.
Do
I
it.
gotcha.
Just do it. Yeah.
Just do it.
Yep, just do it. That.
Okay.
And then all the containers, clean them out, because otherwise you're never going to clean them out, and it's pretty gross.
Okay.
It does get pretty
Including your
filthy.
silverware holder. Ew, I don't think people do that very often.
I actually do clean the silverware holder. What I don't do is I do my dishes by hand, even though we have a dishwasher. I do them and I put them in that thing, and I will forget.
Dish rack.
That rack gets pretty filthy, and then
It
and that
does.
germ
Wash
sticks on the thing. Yeah, so I just had to do that not too long. Actually, my brother did it. He was like, "Look at all this, bro." I'm like, "No, I don't want to look. I don't want to
No,
look."
what, the worst is the refrigerator. How does the refrigerator get so
Dirty
nasty?
and nasty. She's
Yes.
like, "I don't know where y'all do y'all live at? What kind of refrigerator? Who lives with you guys?"
No, everybody gets that way. It's just maintenance. At the end of the day, everything is about maintenance.
It is.
So you take everything out. You clean the surfaces. You clean everything out, and then you also you start looking at all the expired stuff.
And let's
That
get rid
is
of it.
taking up space.
And I think everybody will have one or two
uses
expired
canned
things.
goods? Like, I think you hardly use canned goods. What, maybe tomato sauce?
Damn, I use canned goods every day.
You do?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I have
Like
my whole
vegetables?
pantry. I do my vegetables.
Older people
Really
do
often.
that. Older people do.
No wonder
a
your
lot
pantry's full of
yeah.
that. Every time I go to ask you want to eat, she opens up her can opener and she's
Damn
like,
it.
"Let's eat."
Yeah, I'll get you. I'll
Okay,
get you.
so yeah, I still use a lot of cans. My tuna in cans, my vegetables in cans. I even get fruit in cans.
Oh, right.
He buys
So,
potatoes in
I put
cans.
potatoes in cans.
No, he doesn't.
So take out your expired items,
Okay.
your chips that are your stale, your bread. Take everything out, and then it'll all look a little bit bizarre all over the house, or all over. Have a designated space, a table to put everything out in,
Right.
and then you'll start if you're gonna put them into containers, decanting like your cereals,
Right.
your pastas, like you were saying,
Yeah,
rice,
yeah,
your
of course.
spices. Put them in the airtight containers, and then put them in there, and then you can start putting everything back.
Okay.
So it's basically sorting everything out, categorize everything. Layla, can you please wait 1 second, please? And then-
This is hilarious.
and then-
When she gets older,
And
you're
it's so
gonna
cool
remember
because
this
she just
moment.
goes with it and it doesn't bother her.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Layla. Okay.
Oh.
And wait, we're talking. Here, you can help.
She's like, "I'm a 30-minute kid show, not an hour."
yeah.
I think we've gone over the limits.
She's like, "Oh, you're gonna close this down soon."
Oh, look at this.
Yes, it's
There
just
is
like
a
this thing.
special color goldfish in here. I've never seen anything like this before. Wow, look at this.
Let me see.
You want to see that goldfish color? What is that? That is
Girl.
impressive. You want to see it?
I don't
Check
know.
it out.
There you go. So then you're gonna put them, and then also taking stuff out of boxes, like your granola bars.
Right.
chips,
Right.
what
So is it a
else
good
do you
idea
take out?
is it
Like
a good idea to
sodas.
take out your stuff out of the boxes?
Yeah, because one, you'll see it. you know, 2, you're gonna use it, and then 3, you're gonna be able to place it. You're gonna be able to place it in the areas where you're gonna have access to it. Whereas if it's like, you know, like canned sodas,
I'm trying to get it so I can eat it.
you're gonna have canned sodas in a box. I mean, obviously bulk. What is it called? Overflow.
It's just little red, little color.
You can put those in back storage, but then everything else, you want to take it out so you can actually see it and use it.
Okay, makes sense.
And that's also going to take out. The packaging itself is what actually takes up a lot of space.
Okay.
Sometimes some things even come in like those boxes and then the saran wrapping and everything. And then it looks kind of crazy. Even your water bottles, you know, people buy the packaged water bottles.
That a lot.
And then you're just taking them out. And I know it's kind of practical, but it's also practical for them to just be lined up and you just be able to grab them or grab
That's
it
funny
and
she says that because
put
we
it in
do
the
that
fridge.
in my house. We open up one hole, everybody sticks their hand in just the
Yeah,
water.
everybody does that. Yeah, it just looks a lot nicer.
Now I feel lazy because all you gotta do is just take the wrapping
Take
off
them
and
out.
then
Just
stack
take a
everything.
second and put it out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
I'm gonna do that today's my homework.
It does. It does make sense.
And then everything will start looking pretty all by itself.
I have one question for you. So I've gone to certain people, or you know, to a lot of people's houses, and everybody's different with fruits and vegetables. Oh, sorry. Really quick.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I've seen some people keep all of their fruits and vegetables out, like on a little bowl, and then some people keep them in the fridge, and some people keep them in pantry. Is there a certain way where your fruits and vegetables goes? Do you know? Where do you keep your? Or where do you keep yours?
I'm actually going into the fridge now.
Yeah, I've always had mine in the fridge. Everything, fruits, bananas, everything except potatoes.
It keeps them fresher and longer. Avocados. Finally
Okay.
figured that one out.
What about at your house, Liz?
Mostly the fridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you should leave some fruits out for decor purposes. So you eat it and then you no?
Oh no, I'm saying I do that, but I buy like the dollar
For them
fruit
to
and
ripen, right?
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
because
you
if you
pick
leave
them
bananas
out
on
for-
and they're black the next day, people come over.
Well,
and,
no, I mean I use bananas on a very regular basis,
I do
so
too,
they
I
don't
guess. They don't go
they
bad.
don't go smushy on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't like smushy ones
Or
either.
you get them right before they go smushy and you freeze them. Done.
And you make them into smoothies.
Yes.
I do like
take
that.
a
I do
smoothie
that.
for breakfast every morning.
Choco bananas?
Choco bananos.
I don't know what choco bananos is, but
It's a Cuban thing. You'd never know.
that's so wrong.
Just kidding.
Oh gosh.
So on to our next segment.
Heat or feet?
Feet or heat? Or is it
Pata y fuego.
Pati Fuego? Feet or heat? So feet or heat? We went to 2 restaurants in the last week that we want to share with you all about.
do. What do you want to start with?
The Red Balloon Cafe. Have you been there?
Well, the Red Balloon Cafe is off of the Beltway and Clay, that area.
Beltway and Clay, yes.
It's a cafe, but I really think that he's got more of a high-end food there. He's a chef, and he's a good one. Eric Gabrick
with Red Balloon Cafe.
So we had a grilled chicken Caesar. It was amazing. I liked it. I mean, it's not like your typical Caesar that you're gonna get at Chili's or somewhere. And then we had the most amazing hamburger.
The hamburger was
It
ultimate.
was, yeah, like we were in a trance having
Bacon.
it. So it was so good that we both got so
Tomatoes.
sleepy. Like we were falling asleep because we were like, why are we getting so
perfect
sleepy?
bun.
The perfect bun.
This was the perfect bun.
Yeah, it was super delicious.
It was amazing.
She calls me and she's going back to her place and I'm going to my house after we were done and I'm like, I'm gonna have to pull over. And she's like, why? I was like, because I'm getting so sleepy. So that's to me what I call a comfort food.
Yeah, it was
really good.
And he brought us some butterfly shrimp and those
The
were
batter was so good. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
So I give the place heat.
2 heat.
2 heat.
That's 4 heat total for the Red Balloon
2 heat,
Cafe.
yes.
Yeah, we loved it. You guys got to go out there and try the food. It's super delicious.
And then the other place,
I'll let you talk about that one because you couldn't. Yeah.
London Cafe. Have you been to?
Oh my
So
God.
London Cafe is a fairly new restaurant on Highway 6.
2 years old.
Before Highway 6, before you get to. No. Yes, Highway 6 before you get to Westheimer.
Coming from.
Going south.
There you go. Going south.
Right? It's on the right hand side of Highway 6.
It's next to this thing called Swamp Kings.
We haven't been to Swamp Kings
Oh, that's
yet.
their neighbor. We're gonna try that
but
next.
That's on our next.
You want to talk about what we had there real quick?
London Cafe is, words cannot do this place justice.
Yeah.
We had a grilled almond.
Walnut.
I'm sorry, grilled walnut. Oh, my bad. A grilled chicken salad with walnut and raspberry vinaigrette.
Oh
it
my
was
God. It was to die
the
for.
chicken, you could tell it's really
Yeah, it's
fresh.
like he get the chicken, he got it from the store,
I
wherever he
think
got
he
it,
had
and he
just
cooked
killed.
it.
Oops.
No.
No.
He just plucked it. Then he killed it.
Oh, there you go.
I don't want
there
feathers
you
in
go.
my chicken.
No, you don't want.
It was
yes.
super delicious,
It
but
was fresh.
yes. So next we had the
club. The club.
it was
sandwich.
bacon avocado turkey
You've
club
never
sandwich.
had-
You know what? I'm fasting right now.
No,
Like,
well,
so,
these are things you can have.
Like, so hungry now.
sorry.
No, I'm just saying,
well,
like, right now. We're going there after, right?
So he
This
had a
club-
buttermilk cucumber sauce that he put on the inside of this thing.
Yeah. So as I was eating I was only
Les
gonna have
había
one
jugo.
piece. There were 4, and I was only gonna have one
She
because
did it.
I need to lose some weight. So as I'm eating this
delicious.
one piece of club sandwich, there is a
Just like it's
Club
it's
sandwich juice
buttermilk cucumber sauce.
dripping down my
And she's
hand.
like, "Oh my God, this is so delicious!" I'm like, "You know, you got juice all over your head. Take a picture." We did.
Did she look like Layla? She was like, gnawing
She was
on
so
her
happy
arm.
about it. I was taking pictures. Like,
It
she's a hand model.
It was
It was
fabulous.
the best sandwich I have ever had. Bar none.
And the chef owner,
Alex and his wife
I
Aurora.
think he saw on my face that I'm addicted to chocolate. I'm a chocolate addict.
I know that.
So he comes up to me, really, and he offers us dessert, and
We're
we
like,
both
"Oh, no,
say
no, 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 we don't do sugar."
because we're clean
Sugar-free.
eating.
So
clean
these were his
eating.
words. "Oh no, it's okay. I offer a low calorie one. It's gonna have Nutella, crepes with
Nutella?
banana."
He didn't need to
We're like-
say anything else.
Once he
After
said
I heard
Nutella, we're like,
no, I was like,
and needless to say, it was probably one of the best crepes I've ever had too. It was like amazing. The portions are great. The flavor was fantastic. He was always there checking
It
up
was wet and
on us.
gushy.
It was wet and gushy. It was woog.
It
was woog.
It was wet.
So it
and
was super delicious. I was going to show you a
I
picture,
loved
but I'll show you after. This thing comes like this. It's about this big. Crepes like that, and then Nutella
this is
sprinkled
dessert.
over,
Bananas,
and then banana sliced on top.
warm bananas.
More Nutella on top, and then he's like,
Yeah.
It was so good that we took a picture with him holding it.
Presentation,
And we're like,
yes.
yes. So London
Loved
Cafe,
it.
you guys, it's a great place to go eat. If you want to stop by there, you'll
Too heat from me.
Too heat
for
from me.
Sure, I loved it. I can't
Alex
wait
and
to go
Aurora,
back.
nice. Yeah, absolutely.
Cannot
We'll
wait to go
probably go
back.
with you next time.
Yes.
Can we go now?
It's kind of far though.
You're fasting.
No, it's not.
Highway 6 and do you know where Cantina Laredo is?
Yeah,
Well, it's
I know.
way past Cantina Laredo.
I just want to go.
But it's worth the
Now
drive.
I'm
I
gonna go.
promise you.
It's
Oh.
worth the drive. It's
Like
worth it.
we had so much fun there, and the food was so good. We just kind of hung around there after everything was gone.
Yeah. So Layla, tell us, what is your favorite restaurant in Houston?
What do you like to eat? Really? That's awesome.
Chick-fil-A.
Yay!
Chick-fil-A.
That's
She
a good
loves
choice.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A has one. I choose Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A has a playground in it.
Chick-fil-A also. Chick-fil-A is also one of the few fast food restaurants that uses all natural chicken with no steroids or anything in it. Were you aware? Yeah, that's why I go.
And they offer real fruits.
Yeah, real
So
fruit.
she likes
That's not mushy. Did she
That's
just
not
say everyone calm down? She just told us to calm down.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, we're calm.
Now, let's do one question.
Okay.
Sure.
Go ahead.
It's all you. It's your show now.
Question number 1. Where can we bring stuffies with us so we don't get them lost?
Chick-fil-A.
Yes, we can.
No.
Where can we bring stuffies with us so that they don't get lost? To our room to sleep in at night.
I know where. Look, I'll show you. Right here.
There you go.
No.
No, look, he's
Nice
not
and
lost. He's like,
secure.
hey, what's up?
He's like a kangaroo over
Yeah,
there.
sweetheart. What's his name? Do you have a
In
name?
Spanish.
¿Cómo
What's
se
his
llama?
name? No.
Cool.
That's his other name.
So we are about to
you're shutting it off?
not shut
He
off.
says
We're about
hello.
to
Go out. Say
say
bye.
sayonara.
Hasta luego.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you learned something great about Pantry organization. And I hope you had a few laughs. And next week we will be rerunning one of our previous shows because we're
We have an
having
event.
an event, half virtual, half in person, for the Houston City Beat. Get to shout out Business Builder and Social Mixer. It's going to be Tuesday the 31st at 6:30.
Cool. And we're going to be the first people to have virtual tequila on there.
Oh,
so
man.
come on down, guys.
No.
Yes, you'll get to see me drinking it.
No. We are going to have, we're going to be giving away some really great prizes.
We really are.
In tune of vacations.
Yeah.
So
How
please
about
stay
You
tuned.
want to do 4 days, 3 nights somewhere first?
Maybe we'll put something nice together and then we'll share about it on the Houston City Beat Facebook
Absolutely.
page. So make sure to check that out. And let's see, what else?
Cool.
We are looking for Houston City Beat Urban
Urban
Ambassadors. So make money and travel with Houston City Beat. Reach out to, you can actually send me a message, a text at 832-219-8343. Again, that's 832-219-8343 with the word Houston City Beat Urban Ambassadors.
No spaces.
No spaces. And we will reach out to you and let you know about the program and how you can make money with Houston City Beat.
That's right. Make money, have fun, and travel.
And travel. Like, how awesome is that?
I feel so Fortune 500.
Yeah. And
we want to say bye and thank our guests,
Thank you, Carolina.
for coming, and
Thank you,
Layla.
Layla.
Will you say bye to everybody?
Bye.
Bye from Houston City Beat. Hi to the future. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Bye.
Everybody.
I love food.
You love food.
Y'all love food.
We all love food. We're your hosts, Elizabeth Marquez
And Andrew Kano.
with Houston City Beats.
Foodie Life. Houston's best, worst, and downright fuzzy restaurants, cafes, bars, and holes in the wall.
Anything you drink or eat, we'll talk about it.